Hi, I'm Russell D. Jones, a traditionally published playwright trying to break into the world of novels. Welcome to my channel. This will be a place to chronicle my writing journey and provide anyone who's interested a look at my processes, ideas, and opinions on the path to publication. Whether you are trying to write your first novel or your fifth, debating over traditional or self-publishing, or just looking for some camaraderie with a fellow writer, I'm going to be here sharing advice while highlighting all the successes and failures along the way. I want to show you that while writing can be a lonely endeavor, there's a whole community that has, is, or will encounter the same challenges that you are. Together, we'll face those obstacles so that you can meet your writing and publishing goals. All right, that's the short and dirty intro. But if you want to stick around, I'd like to tell you a little about me and how I got here. I'm a sci-fi fantasy nerd turned actor, playwright, magician, musician, voiceover artist, YouTuber, photographer, world traveler, beer brewer, and novelist. Whew! My first forays into sci-fi fantasy started with Dungeons & Dragons and other RPG systems in grade school. From there, I became an avid reader of various Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance books. In high school, I wrote my first short story, as well as some decent and not-so-decent poetry. I also had my first taste of acting by participating in a few plays at the local college. I went off to university as an archaeology major with a history minor, but continued to be involved in the theater, eventually graduating with a dual major in theater performance and English creative writing. While in school, I started playwriting, and after graduating, I swiftly published my first play, Red Herring, with Hoyer Publishing. After college, I tended bar and worked as a magician's assistant at Magic Underground. After many wonderful years, in 2009, I moved to LA to pursue acting and writing. Using my magic connections, I got a job slinging drinks at the world-famous Magic Castle in Hollywood, and would be there for about 4 years. While living in the Valley, I wrote my first novel, a YA portal fantasy. At the same time, I started touring with Kaylin and Ginger, my first trip being a month of shows in Greece. It was one of the most incredible and rewarding experiences I've ever had. Waking up to breakfast with the Acropolis in the distance, walking down to the market amongst the ruins of a great and ancient civilization, while performing with an extraordinary cast each night. It felt like a dream. I'd purchased a rather nice camera just before the trip, and thus started a different era of storytelling, that of the still. Back in LA, my friends and I started the D6 Mafia, a YouTube channel featuring board game reviews, Comic-Con how-tos, Gen Con interviews, and sketches. Hi, I'm Russell D. Jones with D6 Mafia here on the floor of Gen Con. I'm talking with Bruce. He is the designer and creator of Hearst Arts and their product Castle Molds, which we are really excited about. How you doing today, Bruce?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about what you do here. While in Hollywood, I was constantly taking classes, including acting for the camera, many voiceover lessons, and even a couple of puppetry classes. By the time I moved out of LA, I had built 3 puppets, written 2 novels, auditioned for an animated pilot on Fox, been featured on several dozen YouTube videos and webisodes, and recorded 20 voiceover projects on Audible. After some downtime, I joined Kaylin and Ginger as an illusion technician on the Illusionists 1903 tour, later to be called the Illusionists Turn of the Century. My first Illusionists tour was to the United Arab Emirates and Qatar. It was definitely a crazy learning experience. We were running behind schedule from day one, and I never remember being so tired in my life by the time the show opened. Over the years, I've performed in 14 different countries across 5 continents, including shows at the Sydney Opera House and the Palace Theatre on Broadway. Most importantly, while with the Illusionists, I met my good friends Tommy and Amelie, the clairvoyants. I've been fortunate enough to be included in their rise from a single act in a variety show to Broadway stars and second-place winners on America's Got Talent. Just in case you don't believe me, here I am on AGT, but just don't blink, 'cause you'll miss me.
Controlling your thoughts. This board has hanging in full view the entire time. To you, the Clairvoyance Randomizer. It's loaded with
Yep, that was it. Though you can bet I was lurking backstage on nearly all their other performances. So, I think that brings us up to today. I still tour with Kaylin and Ginger and the Clairvoyants. I take every spare moment I can to write and edit, from the precious downtime on single show days to when I'm off tour. I'm eternally grateful that my career has given me the opportunity to work more on my own dreams of walking into a bookstore, seeing my novels on the shelf, and secretly signing them. Yeah, someday. My offer to you is guidance in navigating the world of being a successful author in whatever metric means success to you. I'll do this by bringing over 10 years of creative writing experience since my first publication, as well as show my processes, triumphs, and failures as I continue this ongoing journey. Well, I think that's enough about me. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.